6 and 30. 6 and 30, these are two very important numbers when it comes to making an impression. More so when it comes to your resume or your CV making an impression. Studies reveal that it actually takes about 6 seconds for somebody to make an impression of your CV. Just 6 seconds for somebody to decide whether you could be the right fit for a specific job or not. Just 6 seconds. Thereafter, if your resume does pass the 6 seconds, they will give it another 30 seconds. So, the first 6 seconds, it is for somebody to ascertain whether they actually need an audience with your CV. And then, if they decide to have an audience with your CV, the 30 seconds, the ensuing 30 seconds, is for somebody to even decide to have an audience with you. So now, do you see? You already have to jump many hoops before somebody actually sees you. And on the day in question, when you eventually get called for an interview, somebody is going to make a further judgment call on your suitability just by the first impressions that you make. It could be your demeanor, your body language, and all the other things, but already somebody is making a judgment call whether you are somebody that could be trustworthy, somebody that could fit into their team. So already before you utter anything, before you say anything, your CV has already done wonders, or your CV has already diminished your chances. So now you've got the audience now. As you open your mouth, I can assure you the attention span of most interviewers is so short that you've got basically a few minutes to convince them that you could be the right person for the job. So, stacked against all these odds, what do you need to do? How do you have to make an impression? Like I said, already you are starting with your foot at the back. You're starting on the back foot because they've made a judgment call whether you could be the right fit or you can't be the right fit. So now you have to be very good when it comes to the interview itself. Now the question that one has to ask is, how do I make my CV that good to pass the first 6-second test and the 30-second test so that I can have the audience? So these 3 things I am going to be focusing on my next episodes. How to pass the 6-second test. That's your CV that passes that. And how does it then pass the ensuing 30-second test so that you can have an audience with the interviewer. And then once you've got the audience with the interviewer, how to make a lasting impression and make sure as you leave the room, you have convinced them that you are the right person. Here we are assuming there is a culture and all the alignment. You want to work for this organization. They are probably also looking for somebody that has your skill set. So we are assuming there is some mutual fit in some of the things. Now let's assume all those things are there. But how do you make the right impression so that as you leave the room, as you give them that firm handshake to say bye-bye, next time you will be shaking them to sign the offer letter. After all, our country is hit by massive unemployment. How do you then stand out from the crowd? Thank you.